With 2 kilometers to go, still giving absolutely everything now for Japan. At the minute, everybody holding the wheel. Beppu just waits and waits and waits at the back. He's being pulled along. He'll be one of the strongest riders in the sprint, but what does Lutsenko have? Now Beppu moves up. The Thai rider's just forcing him in front. That's clever from them. Lutsenko staying second wheel. Well, if he goes here, somebody will follow. Is he strong enough, Lutsenko? He will be a feature if there's a sprint as well. As it stands, it's Lutsenko and Beppu, the 2 favourites. The Thai rider's the unknown. You'd imagine that one of those would need to attack.
Now it comes down to homework. Who's done their homework on the finish? Who's thought about attacking under the Flamme Rouge? Who's thought about attacking from 500 metres out? Who's not going to get mugged into leading out the sprint? All 5 of these riders in with a shot of a medal chance here at the Asian Games.
The man at the back, Lip Hongyu, Navuti Lip Hongyu, won the SEA Games road race last year in Kuala Lumpur, let's not forget. Just over a kilometre to go, and it is all coming down to a 5-man group at the end of the Asian Games road race. Who is going to succeed Young Kyung-yu of Korea, who won in Incheon 4 years ago? We've had no winner from Kazakhstan since 1994. We've had no winner from Japan since the late 1970s. Remember, it was Japan who won the first ever Asian Games road race all the way back in 1951 in Delhi. Kihei Tomioka. There have been 2 Thai wins, both of them coming in the 60s. One of them at the Asian Games in Jakarta, let's not forget. The last time the Games were here, 800 metres to go. It's still Nakane. It is still waiting, watching. It is going to come down to some sort of sprint here. Lutsenko in second wheel in the light blue. Third wheel is Beppu. Fourth wheel in the yellow is Pirapol. Right at the back there, Navuti, the SEA Games champion, in the black helmet, waiting and watching. Japan are going to lead this one out with Nakane. There are 400 metres to go. It rises up here. Soon somebody has to make a move. They'll be leaving it as late as possible. Fumiyuki Beppu waits. Navuti at the back now, approaching the final couple of 100 metres to go. Nakane, they turn around. Who knows where the finish line is? When was the recon done? Lutsenko has watched his teammates doing all the work. There we go, 300 metres to go. Lutsenko's forced to the front now. Beppu on his wheel. On the right-hand side, Thailand have options. They have one on the left as well in Navuti. The Thais are playing a great game with the 2 favourites here. Lots of looking around. Lots of cat and mouse stuff. Lutsenko, Beppu. Beppu is going to go on the left-hand side. Fumiyuki Beppu, it is in the white. Lutsenko on his wheel on the left-hand side in the blue. Remember, Kazakhstan worked all day long. Beppu, Lutsenko. It is Lutsenko who comes through, picks it on the post, and Alexei Lutsenko finishes the job finally.
What a stunning finish to the race. Lutsenko looked as though Beppu had got the jump on him and he didn't have anything left to give, but he found that little extra ounce in the last 50 metres and he comes through and finishes off all of that phenomenal work done by his 3 teammates throughout the rest of the day stage. Unbelievable win for Lutsenko. I think Beppu came through in second and one of the Thai riders, Lip Hongyu, picking up the bronze.
Well, not even the riders knew when the finish line was approaching then. We didn't see it right until the last shot. But Alexei Lutsenko, when Fumiyuki Beppu might have thought he had it won. Well played, Kazakhstan, for the work they did from start to finish. Lutsenko surviving to win the sprint in the end. He takes the gold medal and becomes the first winner from Kazakhstan since 1994. And what a lovely way to honour the memory of the late Andrei Kivilev. Alexei Lutsenko takes the Asian Games road race ahead of Fumiyuki Beppu and Navuti Lip Hongyu. It looked as though he might not have the power to come around the Japanese until the very last. Almost put into the barriers on the left-hand side as the finish approached. A funny 5-up sprint. 1, by the 25-year-old former under-23 world champion Alexei Lutsenko. The rider still finishing, but Alexei Lutsenko is the champion. And the pre-race favourite has done it. Indonesia provide plenty of fireworks, as they did on the climb. It was their attacks that proved the launch pad for Lutsenko in the end. And Alexei Lutsenko, the real class act at these games, has come through and taken the win. 3 hours, 25 minutes and 25 seconds. And once the sprint was launched, Thailand played it fairly well with riders left and right. And there is the success. He did what he was expected to do. Had a lot of pressure on Alexei Lutsenko. Well, that'll make all the work worthwhile.
I haven't seen any of his teammates come across the line yet, because all of them will have just sat back and relaxed. He lost his last teammate, Yevgeny Gidich, with around 9 kilometers still to go. And that was a lot of work that needed to be done by Alexei Lutsenko. But he did it so well. Counted every attack that was made on that final climb. And then, in the end, still had the courage of his convictions to time his sprint up against the vastly experienced Fumiyuki Beppu. Still, some delight there down at the finish for Team Kazakhstan.
I imagine that's Kazakh or Russian for very well done. The two main spoken languages in Kazakhstan. There's Alexei Lutsenko is the victor. Riders from Mongolia, China and Syria finishing.
Just about to say, that's our sole Syrian rider coming across the line there. Wonderful effort from him. And I'm sure Alexei Lutsenko will want to celebrate with his teammates and thank them for the effort that they put in, because it was a brilliant ride tactically. Vizhiktov and Fominik.
Here's the sprint again. You can see Beppu launching there with about 150 metres to go. Comes through the centre. Lip Hongyung, the yellow jersey behind. And look at Lutsenko on the left-hand side. Not quite sure what the man with the flag is doing there. Almost putting Lutsenko off. Right on the line he gets him. He left it very, very late indeed.
Just watch the reaction of Fumiyuki Beppu here. He had it. He knows he had it. And he knows he should have won, because when it comes to a straight-up sprint, he would have definitely considered himself the favourite against Lutsenko. But well, this young man timed everything to perfection. And
this is a nice image.
Wonderful image there of friendship and respect.
Disappointment for the Iranian team. They'd have expected more today. Not really a feature when it came home to the end. But Saidi gave his best. Best on the day wasn't anywhere near good enough. Another 30 riders across the finish now. Sorabi, the latest of those on the left-hand side, the sprinter. There's a hello to everybody back home from Kazakhstan's new Asian Games champion, Alexei Lutsenko. Now the crowd chant home the final Indonesian riders. The minute it's riders from Malaysia and Vietnam making it across the line. Not really a feature in the race, those two nations. Ibatulu, the latest Indonesian to finish. Riders finishing in places 35 to 37 come across the line. But it's the rider in position 1 on your screen right now. Here's the photo finish. Lutsenko by half a wheel from Fumiyuki Beppu. Lip Hong Yu of Thailand finishing in 3rd for the bronze medal.
Ada Mr. Zhao Jinsan from China. Race director, Mr. Yao Jinsan from China. Technical Delegate yang saat ini didatangkan memang perwakilan dari Mr. Yao Jinsan from China.
Korea put in a particularly combative performance through Jong Kyung Yu, maybe knowing that they weren't going to be a big feature towards the end.
So 38 riders across the line now. 57 started, of course, Lutsenko, the champion. Only the 2nd time Kazakhstan have won Asian Games gold. That's the 2nd of 2 riders from Uzbekistan. Makes his way across the line. Great efforts from Murajan Kalmuratov earlier on in the race. This is Andrei Ismailov, the 21-year-old.
Oke, baru saja finish pembalap Uzbekistan. Ya, menuntaskan perjalanan cukup panjang 140.
He'll soon have a gold medal around his neck. It's another job very well done for Alexei Lutsenko. Lutsenko's victory is the 16th of his professional career.
And Commissioner 3, ada Mr. William Clay from Australia.
Oh, it's going to be a nice sight for Evgeny Giddy and company as they come across the line. They will see Alexei Lutsenko